कतरन की बोरी कंधों पे पैबंद लगा के बंदों पे चल दिए हम एक काज बना के टूटे बटन पे.
My name's Jonathan Jones. I'm Bradrick Embroiderer. Most of my work looks at historical moments or events and tries to untangle them. And those embroideries have been made by migrant women who have come to Australia and have worked collectively to create those works. And those 308 documents are the specimen sheets that are actually held at the French National Herbarium.
And embroidery is a really, what I can say, it's really a nice thing for me because I have learned from my grandma. And still I remember when I was little, I used to tell her, okay, how did you make this and that, like that. So yeah, at that time she just chain stitch in long and short stitch. And at that time I was not like, oh, okay, and that's it. And I was like, oh, okay, I have learned so many things, not now. But now, during this project, now I can feel that, oh my God, I have learned like very important thing.
So what I have learned from my mom, I wanted to pass it in the next generation, maybe.
But when Eddie talked about this project, it's really interesting. I said, okay, I want to be a part of this project.
When I joined to this project, it was unknown for me that the project is that big, but I'm glad that I joined because at the beginning I wasn't sure.
I don't have any opportunity to go out, but we should sewing at home. But when I saw my leader here in the embroidery, when I saw her, she's doing it, I was surprised. I hugged her and she cried. She said, Mom, I wish I listened to you. Now I love embroidery so much. Yeah.
And yeah, in like earlier, plant and embroidery, I never thought both things together. But now, for me, any plant, even when I will pass through the road, every plant I can imagine in embroidery. All credit goes to this project. Because earlier, plant was a different thing. It was from botany, and embroidery was a different thing. It was from arts. But now I can correlate both things. Whenever I see an interesting plant, I feel that, okay, can I replicate it? And I feel, yes, I can.
Coming here, looking at the work, and I was really, it just made me relax. And having her staying home watching TV and instead of, overthinking, it just made me so relaxed, and I enjoyed so much. And I was really happy that I'm part of a project that I'm doing something good for the people.
This project is very much looking at going into that archive and in some ways duplicating it. But for me, the duplication becomes more significant, because the duplication has Auntie Julie's stories wrapped up in it. The duplication has those extraordinary women's work captured through their hand and through the time and effort that they've gone to. So in so many ways, we've emasculated the archive and we've returned it to community where it belongs.
The one meeting which we had with Aunt Julie in the community center, that was really very touching, and I could relate some of my place, and so that was one of my best excursion, I would say. It was great.
And I'm glad in this time of my age, and I can do and challenge myself and do things that's like, make me happy. It satisfied me. And this project was amazing.
We had Auntie Julie Christian and her daughter come and teach us weaving and showed us, and one of those really important plants for weaving was lamandra. This is another little lamandra. The other week, not that long ago, we were up on a rooftop in Redfern, working with local community there and looking at the local gardens where we were shown how these little trigger plants work, and how that little trigger plant has a special way of pollinating. So we started to build up this really complex relationship to plants. And then last week we were with Shannon Foster, who took us to the mangroves out at Homebush. And she taught us about how important those she oaks are for women's stories and how important they are for families. So this is just a really brief example of some of the extraordinary work these women have been doing, the fantastic stories that we've been learning about country and plants, and this process of repatriation, but repatriation with purpose and repatriation with mind for creating relationships.
Like before, I didn't know anything about the plants. I was thinking just like a plant, tree, or anything. But now, if I know them, I know more. Especially like 2 or 3 days ago, we were walking in Silverwater. I see a one plant. I said to my cousin and friends, I said, if you don't have a hairbrush, you can use this one to brush your hair. And other one is, he said, if you don't have a jewelry, you can make jewelry with this one and use it. Yeah, it's so interesting now. I'm so happy to know the nature plant this more.
And I feel so connected to First Nations people, even before this project. I feel so connected to them because the suffering they have, all the things that I was hearing about them, it was touching my heart. And it's like, for me, a lot of people saying they are victim of this country, but I think they are survivor of this country.
Yes, it sort of gave me that connectedness to what has always been sort of like an abstract concept of Aboriginal history and the people. Yeah, and learning about the plants and all that, yeah, it made me really appreciate it. So, I mean, I said to some of the ladies when we were out in the mangroves, you know, to me, Australian bush was just like a thing out there, and it was just a big thing. It wasn't, I never saw it as a component of the smaller pieces that made up this big thing.
The main thing that I liked about this project was there was immense learning, which I never thought about it. I thought it will be just like an artwork, like, you know, just finish the artwork from what you have, just give it. I never know that we are getting back something from the artwork as well, and which was knowledge, and it can never be replaced with anything else. So I'm glad that I came here with no expectations, and I'm carrying so much that I can't stop sharing with my kids, which is something that I'm proud and happy about.
What I found that whenever I feel that I'm stuck, like whether I have done a good job or not, I always call my elder son that can you see and tell me whether it is looking good or not. And he had given me the honest answer. And I felt that, yes, I'm passing my knowledge to my boy because he knows how to check it.
And I think after 15 years of my break from embroidery or stitching, I made a small sample and sent it across saying that, oh, this is the piece I have and this is the sample I could make. Do you think I will be able to, you know, do one embroidery? And when my kids used to see, Mommy, it's all done. What else do you want to do with it? It's all done. And so that satisfaction when I came here and when I said, am I really finished with this project, with this sheet? And when I got confirmation that yes, this is done and you could take the next one, I was like, yes, I've done it.
So it was still, I think, long time I will remember this memory in my head. So that I think these small things, that's why I'm very attached with this project.
The other aspect of it was actually getting to know these ladies and getting to know their backgrounds and sort of like feeling bits and pieces of my experience that was different, that I wouldn't say missing, because missing has a negative connotation, but it was like sort of filling it up and making the whole experience more than what I could bring into it, or what I could take away from it. Yeah.
In this project, I could come closer to them. I knew better, and yeah, all thanks to you.
It gave a lot of meaning that, you know, when I talk to my friends and my people, and then now when I think that, you know, when they always wanted to come visit Australia, they wanted to see all the signature places. But this time now, I know that, you know, when I have someone here, I'm going to take them for a bushwalk. And I'm going to tell them that, you know, this is why the mangroves are here and why they are important. This is what the plant is. So, you know, I feel so happy and proud about myself that I was a part of this project. And I just don't want to show those dead buildings around. And I have much more to talk about what the history of this country is, and what people and their stories and their ancestors, they have saved this treasure and they were happy to share with us. So yeah, I'm very, very happy. I'm very proud and very happy to be a part of this project. And yeah, can't thank enough. Thank you so much.
चल दिए हम एक काज बना के, टूटे बटन पे बक्सवा लगा के, उधड़ी किस्मत को सिलवा के, सुई धागा, सुई धागा, सुई धागा, सुई धागा, सुई सीधी रहे नाचे धागा, सुई धागा, सुई धागा, सुई धागा, सुई